Dan Quinn has turned down, I guess. He had 6 interview offers, and maybe he took a couple and said he's just going to return back to the Dallas Cowboys to be defense coordinator. Smart, I think.
Yeah.
Had success, you're a hero, you got your backwards hat, you're the guy, you're doing that whole thing.
Yeah.
Why would you just want to jump right back into the, oh, fuck, this guy's team stinks camp? At least Big Mike McCarthy is the shield for this
Right,
team stinks.
exactly. Yeah.
You can at least enjoy yourself. But I guess the payday of a head coach and a defense coordinator is vastly different. There's other jobs still open. Texans, Vikings. I mean, there's a lot to be figured out at this point, and I have no idea how it's going to end up.
Well, and the Texans have basically already said that they're going to hire Josh McCown, right? And we haven't heard any. I mean, they basically said that last week. Hey, we want someone to interview this guy so that we can go ahead and just hire him right away. Like, if they've already zeroed in on that, do you think they're even bringing people in for interviews?
We have no idea if that's real or not, too.
True.
Yeah.
The Josh McCown
Yeah.
thing. We have no. This is just like it's around draft time right now. Feels like we don't know what's real and what isn't. Dan Quinn says, nah, I don't want to be a head coach anymore. I'll stick at Dallas. I'll be the defense coordinator. I wear my backwards hat. He became Florida Dan in Texas, had success. People have fallen back in love with Dan Quinn and what he can bring with the team because of the amount of success he had with America's team's defense. I like this move. I think if we were to go back a few weeks, there was a lot of me saying, why would Dan Quinn want to go back to be a head coach right now? Just life-wise, he's experienced the head coaching world. He's been around a long time. He's in Dallas. He's loved in Dallas. They have a great defense. I mean, they got to 18 in the NFL, I think, after being 32.
Yeah.
And that number was, interestingly found out late in the season as well as the Dan Quinn hype was going. But why not, stick around another year and continue to find, and I'm not saying he ever did, but I assume you enjoy football a lot more when shit's going good. I just would assume that is the case, and it felt like things went well on the Dallas Cowboys defensive side of the ball all year.
Yeah, it's always a lot more fun when you're winning. And Dan Quinn, I don't want to say he resurrected his career. He didn't go anywhere, but he was a head coach, goes down to become a D coordinator, and then he's being talked about every game because their defense is making huge game-changing plays. But do you think that was just the right job not out there? Like, why would he not go explore the other options? Did he not think he was a real candidate?
I honestly believe his happiness level. I assume.
Yeah.
I assume his
It's gotta
family
be.
and everything, yeah. And we all often forget about that. And Chuck has told us on this show, and shout out to Chuck for joining us last hour. Great chatting with him, and Matt Gay joined us today. But Chuck has told us, there's only 32 jobs. And when you're a coach, if you get offered one of those 32 jobs, the payment, it's hard to say no to those jobs. But Dan has been there, I assume, and I don't want to pocket watch, I assume he has money. I assume he's in a good position in life. He probably is enjoying being like maybe a baby face a little bit more. As soon as you become a head coach, if there is an immediate success, I mean, you are murdered. And Mike McCarthy is shielding all those right now because they're poor time management and decisions. And he's the hero there. I just, for the sake
He gets to coach ball. Coaches like to coach. And now that he's a coordinator, he gets to get his hands on the dudes and coach them one-on-one and run the defensive meeting. Before, you're dealing with a lot of garbage you don't want to deal with. Like you have to talk to the media every single day. You have to do all this stuff that takes you away from what you wanted to do when you started coaching.
But me and AJ have no idea what the thought is because we have never thought in our lives we're supposed to be coaches. The people that think they're supposed to be coaches have to be fully committed to coaching. And I assume the dream job is to be a head coach regardless. That's like the pinnacle of the job position. So it's probably a fine balance there. If how much money you're getting paid. And then the happiness thing should always be in there, but I don't think it.
I don't think that doesn't. When you're getting offered gigs, I don't think that really comes across too much. Maybe when you're 2 years in and the whole city wants you killed and you have won 5 games, then maybe you're like, oh man, we should have really thought about this.
Yeah, this team has stunk forever.
I mean, money's great, but getting death threats to the family, this sucks.
I mean, we can certainly buy more stuff, and we're much more comfortable than we were. But how is it just to wake up and do anything? Everybody hates us. Oh my God, that is something you have to think about it. But I think you have to get your money first.
Yeah.
Is everybody's goal, and then once you do that, then you can start thinking about, oh, okay, there's other shit that comes alongside of it. But yeah, I think this was pretty obvious for Dan.
And that's why Dan Quinn could do it. Like, he's done. He's the guys who have never been a head coach, they're going to take jobs no matter what. Dan Quinn, who's been a head coach, he's all right.
Click, clack.